Hello, everybody, and good evening. So, today I'm reacting to Foodie Beauty's live stream called Self Care Day, taking a peek at it. And Foodie is essentially running around and talking about how broke she is. And she's discussing the situation with the cats and going back to Kuwait to be with Salah. But aside from Chantal, there are other things that I'd also like to bring up, some stuff that has happened last night. I couldn't cover it because I was busy covering Chantal all day because she was live streaming literally one live stream after the other. Hold on a second. I forgot to get my microphone. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Oops. Everything's falling down over here. I've got the dropsies today. Okay. Hi, I'm back. Okay, so let's see. Where should we begin? So S-Jam is back. He did a very unusual live stream where he was dressed like Chantal. Also, Aisha, who is a supporter of Chantal, she now has a channel and she's going to be doing a live stream. Not quite sure why, but she is, and Foodie is promoting her as well. So it seems like a lot of people who are the side characters are coming out into the forefront. As if we don't have enough things to pay attention to, now they're trying to add to the mix. So there's just too many side players that they're all trying to get up on stage at the same time. But I want to cover some stuff that I found on Twitter as well as Chantal. So let me just go ahead and share the screen. Let me just go ahead and put everything where it needs to be. One moment. And here we go. So there's my Twitter. For those who are on Twitter and want to follow me on Twitter, you see that's my Twitter handle, Wild Girl Sarah. So what do we start with first? Okay, this is going to be a good thing. This is from the World of Dog. This is funny. So that the puppers sees the image of another dog on a box and it's giving it the stare down. Oh, we can't have the music, doggone it. Look, the dog's like, who are you? I don't like it. You're another dog, and I don't like you being here. That there's the stare down continues. Like they're playing Don't Blink. They're playing the game Don't Blink. If you blink, then the person who blinks loses. Although, puppers, I don't think you're going to win that game. All right, so this is from Foodie's latest live stream, which I'm going to go over. Florida Sultan Sass says, the only bomb I'd be worried about is your enlarged heart. You racist hippo. Also, you're not Arab. No matter how much you want to cosplay, you are. Stop it. So Tofu says, Chantal is walking around by the airport and says, they're going to think I'm a bomber. What in the racist effing stereotype? Chantal, I'm sure there are many wonderful Arab and Muslim people who are not violent. So for you to say something like that is disgusting, especially as a newly reverted Muslim woman. You're just being completely hateful and out of pocket saying that, ma'am. Let's play the clip.
Extremist. Yeah, they're going to think I'm a bomber for sure.
Disgusting, Chantal. Disgusting. Imagine that. This woman who is a newly reverted Muslim woman, she took the Shahada, which she has paid absolutely no respect to, because she puts on the abaya, she puts on the hijab, she is eating excessively, which is haram. She curses like a sailor while wearing the abaya, while wearing the hijab, and now she's making these awful comments. Foodie, you're out in the middle of nowhere. No one's going to think you're a bomber. And I find it incredible that you have this attitude and you are saying these words right before going back to Kuwait. I mean, really? Okay, this is from Ray. Ray says, once Salah has 20K in his Kuwait bank account, he can travel to Canada or anywhere for business and establish business in other countries, aka his way into Canada. So there was a very informative video put out by Bubble Tea. Full credit to Bubble Tea for that video, and I'll cover that later. But Bubble Tea did some digging, some homework, and Murad's perfume business looks really scammy and shady. You can click on the storefront online, and there's no shipping. Essentially, you're sending your money, and there's nothing about shipping, like how much the shipping is going to cost or anything. So it's I'll cover the video later, but very informative video. It looks really, really scammy, really, really shady. So I don't exactly know why Murad and Salah would involve Chantal. She's not good for business. It's not like she would be a good representative of the business. Maybe they're trying to get her to bankroll the business or ride piggyback off the fact that she has a YouTube channel and, hey, tell everybody about the perfume business and they can send the money and we'll get it in our pockets. I'm not quite sure what's going on there. But it doesn't look good for them, and it certainly doesn't look good for Chantal. Bella Smith says this is a car in full motion on a main road, not at a stop sign. This woman is live streaming, holding a coffee with no hands on the wheel. Does she need to unalive someone before you do something? She's done this before, though. She's done this before. She's driven like this before. Hands off the steering wheel, one hand holding on to food or a drink, the other hand somewhere else. I mean, she drives like this. I remember a live stream where she had a live stream going. She was eating food and ordering food at the same time. It was completely dangerous driving. And considering how Chantal has been partaking of the party favors, that's especially dangerous. Foodie, listen, if you want to do a live stream and you're trying to multitask, do it with the car stopped somewhere or do it at home. Don't try to multitask in a car. You're driving around in winter weather. The roads are very icy. One wrong move and the car could be slid off the road. You could hurt somebody. And if you do, you can't say sorry and make it go away. It's stupid to do dangerous, distracted, reckless driving. Do everybody a favor. You got something to say, you got something to do, park the car and do it. And then get back on the road and drive. Okay, this is from Tweety, courtesy of Anton. Tweety says this is a real human, saving, not abandoning or euthanizing cats. And believe me, the situation here is way more serious than moving away for D. Anton says, a cat was saved from under the rubble in Turkey. It now refuses to leave its rescuer's side. You know, sir, you with the uniform on, rescuer, sir, I've seen this before. You've just been claimed. You need to know this. You know, cats, you don't choose cats. A cat chooses you. You've been chosen. That's it. It's a wrap. Just take the cat home. The cat has chosen you. I know that look. I got the same look with Booger. She chose me too. You've been claimed. Just give it up. Just take the cat home. It belongs to you now. Look, the cat ain't going nowhere. It's like, you're my human, and that's it. There's no argument here. There's not a negotiation. I'm yours now. You don't choose a cat or a dog. They choose you, and you've been chosen. But it seems like the cat loves you, so I'm glad of that. Ray says, bloop, haha. So their fake temporary marriage is just to live in sin, of course. It says, Murad. This is like a translation from the live that Skinny Queen did with Marita. And Murad came up on panel. Murad, after they did the Mizyar contract, they went to the courthouse and opened a legal case to get it switched to an actual marriage contract. They might even receive the actual marriage contract at the beginning of the next month, which is March. So all that time that Foodie was with Salah, all that time that she was living with Saleh. That was a big no-no. That was a real big no-no. And that's why she's rushing her big butt over there, because maybe then they'll be actually married. But they were living in sin the entire time. Shame on you. Jen with a G says the best part, she doesn't have the money she used to. So who really got conned here? Kim Impossible says Chantal was conned. Saleh, Aisha, and Murad managed to make her get rid of all her financial responsibility. She got rid of Pete's, the cats, no rent payment, no car payment, no bills to pay. They 100% get her to release all financial duties so they can take 100%. Right. So Foodie's being an idiot. She wants to go to Kuwait and live with Saleh, and I believe that is her intention, not just to go over there and stay for a few months and come back to Canada. She's giving up everything. That shows me that she has full intention of moving over there full time. She's got no ties to Canada now. So, but she's giving up everything that might tie her to Canada. She's going to move over to Kuwait with nothing. And then Saleh has the right to say, I'm your husband now. You have to do what I tell you. And that's all of it. And if he tells her, look, you're going to have to help me with this business and give me all your money, then how can she say no? But you know what? I don't feel sorry for Foodie. I really don't. Not after what she's done to the cats. I mean, no mercy. She showed the cats no mercy. She should get none in return. Let's see. This is No Beezer. Interesting info. Thanks, Kiwi. This says the couple continued to live separately from each other as before their marriage, but to get together regularly, often for sexual relations in a permissible and halal manner. Although allowed in some Muslim countries, Mizar is not popular with many because women lose nearly all of their rights in a confidential marriage. A large number of such marriages end up in divorce. Mizar marriage is one under which a couple gets officially married in courts, but later on the man does not complete the processes of the marriage. He doesn't add the wife under his official civil document, which is a must, so that the wife gets her full official rights. So you're giving up a lot of your rights for this marriage, Chantal? Is it worth it? Well, we'll find out. Airbnb says, since Murad is choosing to participate in defending Foodie Beauty, you need to know he has many repost accounts. All these accounts are connected by photos of him or reposted content from accounts that have photos of him and Saleh. Reeks of Insta scammer, desperate for clout. So let's look at the pictures. Oh, here you go. Here's one. And it seems like there's a lot of them. My goodness, why there's so many? Why are there so many accounts, Murad? Smells kind of fishy to me, sir. Okay, now this is a palette cleanser. We get the bunny. We get a budgie. It looks like they're best friends. Oh, look at the budgie. And can I just say that budgie did a perfect landing on that bunny? How cute. Okay. Okay, this is a clip from Bubble Tea's video. I do a full react later, but this is from Bubble Tea's video, courtesy of Hidden Truths. Oops.
So this is where there's a twist. So we can't find a storefront for Teeb Eldar, but if you look up Dar El Teeb, this is an established perfume company within the Middle East. It's owned by Shoaib Malik, who has 40 years of experience and also has plenty of storefronts that are searchable, and you can find that brand easily online through their website. all remember that Allah was selling knockoffs, selfie sticks. Chantal told us about that.
Right.
So why is Murad and Salah piggybacking off of the Dar Al Tib brand and selling knockoffs of this brand and pretending to be a legitimate business? I also wanted to add that back in December, before Foodie Beauty made this trip to Kuwait, she did mention that she no longer had to stream on YouTube because she had other streams of income. So this will actually bring me to my next point, which is this a new sort of modern romance scam? So I just found this in a Google search about new romance scams, and I thought this really fit the profile about what we were seeing with Foodie Beauty. So
you know what? I'm gonna go search out the full video by Bubble Tea, and I will link it in the video description for anyone who wants to watch. And it sounds like a very straightforward, informative video and worth watching. I think I did see it somewhere, but I will link it in the video description. You guys can go watch it and give Bubble Tea a like, a comment, and maybe subscribe to the channel. That way you can watch the whole thing, because just in this one very small, less than 2-minute clip, she's giving a lot of just straightforward information. I think that's really great. But let's look at all the pieces that we know so far. So this marriage with Foodie Beauty, it's not even a straightforward, regular marriage. A misyar marriage, it sounds really shady all into itself. And then Chantal being involved with Murad and Salah and friends. And the perfume business sounds shady. You go to the storefront and you pay your money, but there's no talk about shipping. I mean, we've all seen the quote unquote perfume bottles, or not even perfume bottles, or spray bottles. Those look shady. Everything looks shady. There's nothing that looks legit here. There's nothing that looks legit. It really sounds like Salah was looking for a sucker. He found one in Foodie, found out that she was making a lot of money, and said, how can I milk this cow? And get the milk out of her, and then take that milk, give it to other people. We make some sort of business. I make a bunch of money, and then maybe I can leave her, like once she's no longer useful. But I got to reel this fish in and do what I got to do to keep her on the line long enough so I can go travel. That's what it's sounding like. It sounds like he's got plans to go other places and do other things. But for now, he has to keep up appearances with Foodie. He's got to be nice to her to get what he really wants. He's got his eye on the brass ring. Foodie's got her eye on the wedding ring. He's got his eye on the brass ring. He's in it to win it. He's in it to win independence. Unfortunately, he has to go through her. He really wants it to change his situation really fast. But I'm going to go search out the video from Bubble Tea and post it in the video description. And you guys can see for yourselves that what little bit I did watch. Very informative video. She did her homework. So thank you for posting your video, Bubble Tea. Really good work. Okay, this is from P. P says, of course Aisha is starting a channel. She is in on the scam. Could be. Don't know for sure, but it just seems very sus that all of the side characters, they're all jumping in the ring all at the same time. As Sham comes back, here comes Aisha. Everybody's jumping in the ring. Everybody wants on stage at the same time. It's like, don't we have enough to watch with Foodie? She does 6 to 10 hours of live streams a day. We don't need all the side characters jumping on stage with her. We're already worn out. Chantal's life preserver says, who aged better? Her face barely fit in these men. Both before are from when they moved into the villa, April 2020. Both after from their last streams, February 2023. Wow. Look at the difference. I'm going to blow this up. This was her like just a few years ago. This was Chantal just a few years ago. And this was Pete a few years ago. Look, I know we all get older. And when you get older, your facial features change, your body changes, everything. But I'm just going to say it. Foodie, Pete, you both look so tired. You both look so tired and so sick. You know, never mind the physical changes. You both look tired and sick, like you just got nothing left. Nothing left. What a difference a few years makes. Aw, Tommy says, we've got a resident robin in the hay barn who sings a beautiful song every morning to cheer us up. Here he is on his favorite perch in front of the hay bales. I love birds. What a beautiful bird song. I would love to wake up to that in the morning. Hidden Truth says, Foodie Beauty, so who is helping Salah have this business legal? Because he's not a citizen of Kuwait. Kuwait doesn't allow non-citizens to have business in the country. The more he talks, the more they lie. Sus. Yeah, so if he's not a citizen of Kuwait, how are they allowed to run a business? I'd like to know that too. Oh, this is the video from Bubble Tea. Oops. So I'm going to go ahead and open that up. Oops. Music. That's Bubble Tea's video. But I will be, oh, you guys can't see it. the stupid tab, you can't see it. Sorry about that. I'm going to link Bubble Tea's video in the video description. That way you guys can watch it on her channel and give her the view. All right, so let me just go back here. But I'll link her video in the description. Tweety says, Salah and Murad, the directors of finance, squeezing Chantal like a lemon for any coin, must be opening champagne right now. If she can get rid of her cats and BFFs, she's the easiest mark ever to basically hand over all her earnings with a stupid grin plastered on her face. Yep. Yep. Okay, so that's it for everything Twitter-wise. Let me go ahead and just switch the screen. And we'll cover Miss Chantal. And by the way, guys, it looks like she's on the long road again, or she's headed that way.
Oh, look what I found in my purse. My mom found this. Look, it's me. Little hose bag. I'm kidding. It's me. As a kid. Right? Can you see? Can't really see. I had such nice hair. All right, so I'm on a whole life makeover. Okay? So this is what my content is going to be. I was trying to do that, and then I got sidetracked by my own anger issues. So,
when have you ever tried to do self-improvement content? You could have done a whole channel about improving yourself, but you never wanted to. You were too busy catering to the feeder idiots. You were too busy being hedonistic and indulging yourself to the point of self-harm, hurting yourself as much as possible if it meant getting money in your pocket. You've never been motivated to help yourself, Chantal. You've always been about hurting yourself. That's basically what you're known for. You're known for being a train wreck. You're known for the drama. You're known for the dirty. That's what you're known for. What is this newfound fire to improve yourself? Did it happen because you saw that picture of Salah in bed with the young lady? and you saw what he prefers to sleep with versus what you are. So maybe your way of thinking is, if I lose a bunch of weight, he'll want me. I don't think so. As I've stated previously, the physical outside work, yes, that's going to be a lot of work. You've got a lot of weight to lose, but don't forget about the internal work, because the internal is actually going to be longer and harder than the outside work. Getting yourself in shape and losing weight, that's hard. It's very hard. But fixing your mental, psychological issues, mental issues, that's going to be even tougher for you.
What we're going to try to do is go nails. No, I don't wear any nail polish, Tanya. Muslims don't typically wear nail polish for prayer and things. It's just totally modest lifestyle now. Not what you're used to, I know. Okay. Whatever. So I'm trying to pinch pennies. So I went around my house and I found a whole bunch of change. So that's going to pay for our TVs today. No, I'm not totally poor. I'm just really trying to be so frugal. Like
It's not that she's trying to be frugal. It's just that payday isn't for another, let's see, 5 days. And Chantal has a history of getting her YouTube paycheck, and within a matter of a few days, it's all gone. So essentially right now she's broke. And if anybody thinks that I feel sorry for Chantal for being broke right now, I don't. I think it's absolutely ridiculous that this woman, she makes thousands and thousands of dollars on YouTube, more than enough to pay all the bills and all the rent and necessities and have plenty of pocket money. And it seems like she just can't hang on to that money for 30 days. She spends it all. I don't feel sorry for you, Chantal. All those trips to get fast food and Starbucks and everything else. Do you think I feel sorry for you? Maybe you'd have more money in pocket if you weren't making so many trips to the outhouse getting the party powder, because party powder is expensive. You would have more in your purse if you stopped shoving things up your nose.
I've gone through, okay, let me just drive. I have $10 Canadian. Okay. Let's go. Let's bees. So I have gone through life, pretty much my entire life, never really understanding the concept of earning money, like hard-earned money, and never being like responsible with money, just blowing money, like not even caring, like, you know, not paying attention to things. Like, I'm not okay. So I can't look at the chat when I'm driving. So but we will, sorry about that. Okay, so I went through life like not appreciating money. And this is why I'm in the state financial mess I am today. So I really want to just like focus on, like, I realized like I used to actually just like laze around and worry about when I'm going to eat, like not really ever doing any self-care, not really doing anything, like no changes. I would just laze around, like getting high and eating and just eat.
Ma'am, ever since you've gotten back from Kuwait, you've gotten high every day. High in one form or another, either getting high off of food or getting hyper off the party powder or being high off of what looks like edibles. I'm not quite sure what you're doing over there, but when you're hamburger-eyed and you can barely speak, when YouTube reactors, when we have to speed you up because you're talking too slow, you're slowed down, you haven't stopped being high yet. You were hyper just yesterday. You did multiple live streams to the point where I tapped out. I was done. I couldn't talk anymore. My brain was, Swiss cheese. Yeah, you haven't stopped being high.
Imagining the changes I wanted to make, but then thinking, oh, you know what? I'm going to put them off. And today I woke up and I was not motivated whatsoever. We're going to Tim Hortons, by the way, because Tim Hortons is cheaper. Honestly,
And you know what? I'm going to bring up something that has to do with BBJ. And I promise I will not go on and on about it. Just an interesting point of note. So Foodie said that she did leave food at the villa for BBJ. That the food was in a drawer when she cleaned, although Chantal doesn't clean. But she said the food was in a drawer and Pete did not know where it was. Then how come when some wonderful caring soul, when they heard about how BBJ did not have any food, because Pete came on live stream and said she has no food, someone was kind enough to send food over, the quote unquote food that Foodie bought was not fed to BBJ. It was the food that the kind soul bought for the cat. And Foodie tried to put a spin on it saying, oh, BBJ prefers this other food. Let me tell you something. If an animal is starving, they'll eat anything. She's like, oh, she ate a whole can. Yeah, because she was hungry. She was really, really hungry. So you lied, didn't you, Chantal? You left that poor baby with no food. No mention, no sight of the other food. If it hadn't been for that wonderful person who bought her food, she'd still have no food. Because look at you over here shaking coins in a bowl saying, I'm broke. So knowing that your cat has to have food, instead of going to get her more food with that food like you could even go to a dollar store and stock up on at least a few cans of cat food and drop them off with Pete so she has a few days worth of food. Where are you going? Going to get your coffee? Girlfriend, you can make a pot of coffee at home for pennies. I do it all the time. You don't necessarily need Starbucks or Timmy's or anything else. Those are luxuries. If you're low on money for real, you make it stretch.
why spend $8 on a coffee when you can spend $2? Like, it's little things like this that until I'm...
Look at this one trying to talk like she's so money smart now, when she happily drove to Starbucks multiple times a day. And I saw this one, her latest visits, shoot, she wasn't content with one huge grand venti Starbucks sugary diabetes in a cup drink. She would be double fisting 2 at a time and a water. Like, I've never seen such a thirsty person. Buying 2 drinks at a time. So if each Starbucks drink is like $10, that means she was spending $20 a day just on Starbucks. And she wonders why she's broke.
You know, even when I'm in a better place, like to stay in a good place, you have to make these choices, like these little choices. Like, my mom is good at that. Like, well, like other people I know, like, for example, if you know you need to get, like, before you do your grocery list, what I'm going to try to do is, like, if you know you need cauliflower, let's say, and then look at the flyers. Okay, cauliflower, like at Sobeys was like $6, but at like No Frills, it's like $3. You know what I mean? So all of these little things add up. All of this little money adds up. All of this, whatever. I didn't actually go looking for money for my coffee, by the way. I was getting ready and like doing things at my desk this morning, and I have this little tray full of toonies and loonies. So I'm like, okay, I need to use this money before I leave Canada. So, well, I guess I don't have to, but I'm going to use it for my freaking freak. So I'm all excited to use my change today.
So she's got a bunch of points for the dispensary. You know, she's been using those. And she got this other thing. She's going to use that up too. But I'm making a prediction, y'all. I'm making a prediction. YouTube payday is in 5 days. We get paid on the 21st. How much y'all want to bet that on the 21st, she's going to be doing a Starbucks Bees? Saying, I just want to do one more Starbucks Bees before I leave. I'm really going to miss the Starbucks over here. How much y'all want to bet that Miss Frugal Foodie over here, come payday, she's going to be going back to Starbucks?
And I'm excited to like experience life like I've never experienced it before. So today I woke up, I was kind of unmotivated, but I thought, you know what, I'm unmotivated, so I was like, okay, I started by getting up, making a list of like everything I have to do before I leave here, and then which days and like when I'm going to do them. And so I got some things done this morning that I needed to do. Some emails I needed to go through and things like that, just like some crappy stuff. And then I showered and did my prayer. My prayers. I had to combine two. It was still morning time, but it was like I didn't do Fajr. I didn't get up.
Wait, what? Back up for a second. What? You were trying to combine your shower and your prayer at the same time? What?
In time for Fajr, which I'm going to try so hard. It's like so early in the morning. But I did it with Dur. Am I saying that right? Dur? So I just did like all the prayer together. You can make up for it, like, you know, in certain cases. And then probably while I'm out right now, it will be time, another time for prayer. So I'll just have to do it when I get home. And then that made me feel really good, made me feel peaceful, made me feel motivated, actually. And then I went downstairs and I had my Mary Ruth Organics vitamins, which I always start taking vitamins when I start my self-care again. Oh my God, not beeping at me. And then I had something to eat, which was like, before I used to think, never want to eat anything in my house, even though I had food. You guys knew all the food I wasted. When I look in my fridge and I see all...
Yeah, we remember. I remember all those times you would have to clean out your fridge because there was such a huge amount of rotting food in your fridge. You said you could smell the rotting stench even with the door closed. And how much of the Hello Fresh food did you waste? How much money did you waste on Hello Fresh and you never ate that food?
All of the things I have to eat and how I don't need to overeat. I have more than enough food. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to make naan bread. This garlic naan bread is so good with hummus, apple, leftover grape leaves, and water. And that's what I had today. Yeah. Hi.
You know, I'm going to tell you what I'm feeling right now. I'm just getting a sense that Foodie is desperate to lose weight because she saw that picture of Salah with the unnamed female, and that was a punch in the gut to her. And so she's got it in her mind that she needs to lose a bunch of weight. Well, she does need to lose a bunch of weight anyway, either way. But she honestly thinks that if she loses a bunch of weight, that Salah's going to fall in love with her, and he's not. It doesn't matter if you're 500 pounds or 200 pounds, Foodie. He doesn't love you. You are a horrible person inside. You're just a means to an end for Salah. You're just a stepping stone. I support you losing weight for yourself. You need to get rid of some of those pounds. You're hurting yourself by gaining more and more weight. You need to get rid of some of that in a healthy way. Not using the party powder. You need to exercise and get that off. Although if you did get all the weight off, then you're going to have to deal with getting skin removal surgery when that happens. But that can't happen until you lose the weight.
Are you guys proud of me? Okay. So, basic basic. No, not official people. It's okay. Well, no, in this case, it's okay. Alhamdulillah, I have so much to learn and change, but I think it's amazing to see relationships that overcome and stand together under Allah and live in as well. Yes. Yes, alhamdulillah. Thank you. I feel like I really believe since becoming Muslim, like that I understand the whole like dating and how dating and just being in frivolous relationships really just like can mess you up. Marriage.
I'll tell you what else will mess you up. Getting involved with somebody who does not love you, that 2 days after they start talking to you, they're madly in love with you and you get all the way in with them, which you are. You're about to give up your home, your pets, your roommate, everything to be with this person. And while you're in Kuwait, you guys didn't have chemistry. And you're not going to have chemistry when you go back. You're giving up everything about your life for a man that doesn't love you. But maybe that's what you deserve for a lifetime of hurting, manipulating, grifting, and scamming people. Maybe that's your karma.
Marriage is definitely like, I feel like not just marriage, but like marriage to like, you need to find a life partner that's like really good for you and you have similar goals and they respect you and they're God-fearing and, you know, handsome doesn't hurt you.
So when Salah gets what he wants from you, he's going to drop you like a stone. He's going to drop you like a stone in the river and walk away. You're just a means to an end, Chantal. You did not learn your lesson with Nader. For Nader, you were also a means to an end. Since all you have to offer a man right now is a YouTube paycheck, that's all they want you for, and that's all they're going to take you for. Nader used you financially. Salah is using you financially. You don't see a pattern here? All because you don't want to work on yourself and get your head together and get your life together.
Either. Thank you, guys. Thanks, Lyric. Yeah, alhamdulillah means like thank God, all praise be to God for everything, you know? So yes. Yeah, just thank God for everything. You can say alhamdulillah all day. Like some people say it every other sentence. I've noticed some Muslims, very devout Muslims, they'll be talking and they'll just say like alhamdulillah like every other second word. You ever notice that, babe? Vanilla coconut beverage. I will not be having anything of that. Savory pastries. Okay, I just want like a double. Hi, let me help you. Hi. Tips these days. Sorry. No matter. That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. Salah's a good man. Like, I know people always say things like, you know, and I don't focus. I don't care. Like, honestly, anytime today so far that I've heard any bad words towards me or any dumb rumors or gossip, I said alhamdulillah. Like, I just looked at it and went alhamdulillah. And
you know, I want to take this moment to do something unusual. To tell you guys a little story. It won't take long, I promise. And it does have religious overtones, but it's not completely religious. Just bear with me. Just indulge me for a moment. The story is, there was a man who lived in a village. One of his neighbors came by one day and said that he heard that there was going to be a big storm coming. And it was going to be so severe that the area was going to flood. And the man who lived in the house said to the villager, "I'm not worried. God will save me." Later on that night, the man was watching TV. And the weatherman said, "Indeed, there is going to be a very large storm. It's going to rain for weeks. And this particular area, this village is going to flood out. It's going to be all underwater." The man saw the program and said, I'm not worried. God's going to save me. Sure enough, the next day it started to rain and rain and rain, and the level of water grew higher and higher. A local sheriff came to the man's house and said, Sir, it's advisable that you leave because this area is going to flood. We're evacuating everybody right now. The man said, I'm not worried. God will save me. So the sheriff left. The water level rose higher and higher until the man was on top of his roof. A helicopter came by and they shouted down to him, Sir, the water level is going to continue to rise. You need to climb up this ladder. We need to get you out of here. The man said, I'm not worried. God will save me. And the helicopter left. Unfortunately, the man passed away. And he went to heaven. The man saw God and said, God, why didn't you save me? God looked at him and said, Are you kidding me? I tried to save you. I sent a villager. I had the TV program, the sheriff, the helicopter. I tried my best. You just weren't paying attention. So why am I telling this story? Because here's Chantal. All the signs are there. This is a bad idea. She's got people on the internet letting her know information that this person, Salah and Murad, they're scammers. And they're setting her up for a scam. Like giving up her home, her cats, her best friend. Bad idea. She's not listening. But the universe is trying to warn her. She doesn't want to hear it. When you're about to make a bad decision, life sometimes will try to warn you away from it, but it's up to you to pay attention to the signs.
I'm just going to let God deal with everything that I don't have control over. And honestly, like, Saul is just a good man. Like, that's the difference. Like, yeah, I'm a mess. Yeah, I'm overweight. Yeah, I'm not perfect. You know, I'm not perfect. But Saul is a good man, and he's not superficial, and he's not a jerk, and he's not this and that. You know, he's a good guy. So obviously,
Chantal, just because he's not cursing at you, just because he's not physically hurting you, does not make him a good man. A man who has plans for himself to get a bunch of money in his bank account so he can come to another country, and he's using you to make that happen, that's not a good man. A good man is a man who has those plans, and he says, you know what? I'm going to work very hard, and I'm going to make my own money, and I'm going to make my own way. That way I can do my plans myself. He's not going to look for loopholes like you and use them to get what he wants. That's not a good person at all.
You know, when people wonder why he's with someone like me, you know, he recognizes I'm trying to change, and he sees my heart. He sees that I'm a good person.
You're not a good person. You like to tell yourself that, but you're not. A person like you who has 2 cats, and although you're making thousands of dollars a month on YouTube, you purposely neglect them. They keep running out of food. You don't take them to the vet. They don't get proper medical care. They don't get groomed. You're not a good person. You're not. Considering the money that you make on YouTube, those cats should have had the best of everything in every way. They should have been spoiled, rotten. And they never were. That's the pathetic thing about it. They never were. Anybody who treats animals the way you treated your animals is not a good person.
And we just mesh like that. You know, when people connect on a soul level, the superficial stuff is so irrelevant. Like, so irrelevant. You know?
How are you connected on the soul level? What do you two have in common? Absolutely nothing. Even when you two were doing the couples vlogs, I'm sorry, I'm not being a hater. I'm just being honest. I didn't feel that in love, connected couple energy from you two. You two are so disconnected, it's not even funny. He was in his own world, you're in your own world, and he wants no part of your world. The only part that he wants out of it is the financial benefit part of it.
I mean, as long as you're attracted to each other, of course. But attraction is more than just physical attraction. You know what I mean? Because you ever meet.
Okay, so let's go with that. You're right. I will give it to you. You are right, Chantal, that when it comes to relationships, it's about more than just physical attraction. But it stands to reason that if you're going to spend the rest of your life with a person that you call your partner and you're not going to sleep around with any other person except that one person, you want to be physically attracted to them. You want to look at them and say, this person right here, this is my partner. They satisfy me in every way, and because of that, I want no one else. I don't even have a thought in my head of being physical with another person. They satisfy me in every way. I'm going to give you a harsh question right now. What is appealing about you? What's appealing about you? What's endearing about you? You're gross, you're vulgar, you have disgusting personal hygiene, you don't bathe, which means you smell. That's true of anybody who doesn't bathe. You smell, you stink. And if you're of a bigger size, you have to be especially on top of your hygiene. If for anything else, because you got to be very careful of skin infections. You got to be careful of those skin infections. You said that your vajayjay doesn't smell very nice. You want a man to embrace you and to love you, and yet you're going to make yourself as repulsive as possible in every way. You don't brush your teeth. Why would a man want to kiss a woman who doesn't brush their teeth for days? That's just nasty. Having stinky breath, fuzzy teeth. I mean, ew, gross. And that your man, Salah, who's a young man, when he's got the choice to be with other women, he's going to look at you and say, I really love her. And I'm satisfied with her. And I'm going to sleep with my wife and only my wife, not the condition you're in, ma'am. Between your nasty personal hygiene, not brushing your teeth, not taking a shower. That's just gross. Nobody wants to be close to that. Is it any wonder that Salah slept with another woman? That wasn't you.
Someone, and you're just like, you ever meet somebody like super, super, super hot, let's say? Like conventionally, they're perfect, like physically looking, they're gorgeous, whatever. But they just like have no, you just don't click with them. You just don't, there's nothing, other than physical, whatever. That's like not meaningful, I find, at all. So.
Are you kidding me? That's the only thing you think about is how attractive the person is to you. Your number one concern is, are they hot? Y'all notice that about Chantal? Like the first thing she talks about with her men are, he's so hot. She sounds like a high school girl. He's so hot. He has to be hot, even though she's not hot. I mean, I'm just being real. She's not hot. She's a mess. She wants the complete opposite of herself, and she thinks that opposite is going to be satisfied with her. It's not. It's absolutely not.
But then you ever meet somebody sometimes who you're not initially attracted to physically, maybe, but then you get to know them and they just grow on you. You laugh together. You build something together. You have something more meaningful, something of more substance. That's what's really important. Important. But the only thing I don't like about the Tim Hortons teas, by the way, on a side note, is that they stay hot for like 10 years. And they scald your gums. Anyway.
So save that money and go back home and make a pot of coffee. Don't you have coffee at home? You have that Cuban coffee from Cuba that you never mailed out to Ashley. You should still have coffee. Go make a pot of coffee at home. You got sugar, you got cream, you got milk, you got your coffee. Why even spend money on coffee right now?
I could buy myself flowers. I'm hyper. I can't contain my hyperness.
Hyper is code word for party powder. That's why she's happy today. That's why she's got energy today. Without something to make her hyper or give her energy, she can't do anything. She's a slug.
Whenever I do something good for myself, even for just an hour, I feel good and hyper. So, okay. So, what do I have to? I gave you a play-by-day of my day, not that you asked. But, what else do I have to do today? Oh, Aisha's going live tonight. First live stream. And I know you're nervous, but don't be. No, you don't seem too nervous or anything. But, you know, it's open chat, but some certain things are going to be blocked, obviously. Like,
oh, by the way, somebody on Twitter, apologies if I'm not giving you proper credit. I forget who said this, but somebody on Twitter said, isn't it interesting that Aisha has blonde hair and the woman in the photo with Salah has blonde hair? Is there a common denominator there? I don't know, but I just think that's interesting.
Keep it positive and everything. We're mods, and I'm wishing you good luck, Aisha. I will definitely be there. It's going to be late, so I don't know. Maybe Salah will make the next one. But if he's awake, maybe he'll be there. I don't know. But I will be. And yeah, just to bees. Because you know what? I like live streams. I love like the social aspect of it. I love how we like just bounce ideas off each other and jokes and positivity and vent and everything else. It's like our little social gather. It's how people hang out without actually having to hang out in person. You know? So I like that idea.
Like I said, there's just too many side plot characters jumping in the ring. Too many side plot characters that they want to be on stage with Chantal. Look, we got enough to deal with Chantal and her constant lives. All you side plot characters, please calm down. Please calm down. We got enough to watch. Unless you're jumping on stage for good reason, don't jump on stage.
Yeah, but I don't always like to be on camera. You know what I mean? So whenever I have other beezers or other people who go live, I like to be in chats sometimes. I just like to be in chats. I don't like to really be in chats where obviously I'm being talked about negatively. I don't really like that energy, but yeah, so that's why the positive vibes. So we can all just like positive energy is just better. I don't know why people don't like positive energy. Unless you're in a very dark negative place, like, you know, it takes a lot of work to get to be in a place where you are happy and just good with yourself and not miserable. It takes a lot of work, and not everybody does that. Not everybody. My winter boots, like my other winter boots, my Skechers winter boots. So I have Skechers on, but they're winter boots. I'll show you when we're walking, and they match my outfit. I have so many cool things. So I'm going to be giving away a lot of my things, though. Anything I can't pack or bring with me.
So Lyric Strength Stream says, I'm still struggling really bad with my Islam, my sobriety, and I found you. I find that you inspire me and I relate to you. Lyric, like, look, I'm not here to tell you what to do. But if you're someone and you're struggling with sobriety, honestly, I don't think Chantal would be a good choice of someone to watch because she's rarely sober. So if you are someone struggling with sobriety, to watch someone getting on camera getting high, that might trigger you to relapse. I'm just saying. There are moments where Chantal looks like she's sober, but she's not. There are other moments where you can tell that she's high as a kite. Is it a good idea to watch someone who isn't completely sober? No. She's an addict. She's got several different issues. She's got several different addictions, one of which is food. So as in the case with her being in Kuwait, when she was in Kuwait, When she could not get the rest of her vices, she went to her legal drug, which was food, and she went overboard with it, and she gained a bunch of weight. So if she gets back to Kuwait, she's going to be going back to the food. And if you're someone and you're an addict, is it a good idea to watch someone who is an active addict in one form or another? I'm just saying.
I'm gonna go give away. I'm gonna give away to people. So on my giveaway, there's even board games. Like I have board games, I have everything. I have anything. Like a lot of things like, hand creams I haven't used. Maybe somebody will use them. They're open. And some people are really like, I don't like to use used hand cream, but some people might. Save $7 on a bottle of hand cream. I mean, whatever helps. Okay, let's see. Look at the outhouse. This is the outhouse.
Really? Really? Really now? You're going to sit there in the beginning of your stream and talk about how broke you are, jingling coins in a bowl, and you're going to go to the outhouse. We know what that means. That's a drop-off point. So how can you sit there and say, I have no money, when you're going to the outhouse to get a pickup, which costs money? Because there's no earthly reason why a person would be at their own home, have access to a toilet, and drive away from home to go to a freaking outhouse. So in the beginning of your stream, you were acting like you were broke. What, trying to connect with people in the audience that are struggling with their money? That's a slap in the face. There are lots of people that really struggle with money, that they live paycheck to paycheck. If you're going to the outhouse and you're spending money on party favors, you don't have money problems. You're not really broke. Because broke people don't spend their money on stupid shit, unnecessary stuff. No, that's you. You're sitting there flapping your gums about, I'm improving, self-care, blah, blah, blah. You're hyper. Now it all makes sense. You get hyper and you get excited when you have to go to the outhouse because when you get to the outhouse, you're going to get re-upped. Now it all makes sense. If you're trying to change your life, if you're trying to turn your life around, that's the last place you should be going, is going there. The absolute last place.
Oh no, the path is closed. Where the heck are we going to go walking?
Now, listen, there are lots of places, I'm sure, if Chantal wanted to take a walk, that she could walk. She could walk around her home. She could just walk down the sidewalk and back home. I'm sure there are parks near her home. Why drive all the way out there in the middle of nowhere near the outhouse, which she associates with picking up chemicals? So the last time you came to the outhouse, Foodie, you were acting like you spilled your drink, even though that was a pretty big drink. It was in the cup holder and pretty secure in the cup holder because it was a big drink. You were acting like, oh, I gotta stop here. I spilled my drink. Let me go to the trunk and get some towels. And it took you 2 minutes, even though the towels were right there. Now we're making another excuse. Well, I'm coming here to walk. Yeah, okay. And she's giggling. That evil, I'm doing something sneaky giggle.
Oh, I know where. At the aviation museum. Closed because of snow, babe. Yeah. Did you see? You have to use people who come here. There are cars here. See. Sorry, my windshield is a bit foggy and dirty, and I have no windshield fluid left.
Yeah, you better be leaving that outhouse, girl. We know why you're there.
People who park here, they go in snowshoes. and skis. Do you know ski? There's like little skis you can cross-country skiing. Yeah.
Maybe she went there for a pickup and the guy wasn't there.
So that's cool. Now, I could probably sell a lot in my apartment and make a decent amount of money, but
I doubt that. There's not a single thing in your house that you could sell and make decent money. Even when you came up with the idea of selling your car, Chantal, you don't even own your car. You don't have the pink slip. If you're still making payments, you can't have the pink slip. You can't even sell the Kia. You literally have nothing of value to sell. And the things of value that you could have sold, which are your cats, you gave them away. You gave one of them to one person. You still have BBJ. French Fry Girl offered you $4,000 for BBJ. But because you hate her, you're saying no. In my opinion, you should take her up on her offer. It would be a double win. You would make money, and BBJ would be with someone that would take care of her. And that would make you look slightly better. Everybody would breathe a sigh of relief knowing that BBJ is with a good owner. So you've got one thing of value. It ain't the Kia, and there's nothing in the house worth selling. You've got BBJ. Take Frenchie up on her offer, and you'll have $4,000 in your pocket right away, which is probably more than what you would have gotten for the Kia.
I'd have to take pictures and put them on Kijiji. Maybe I should. Oh my gosh. I don't see, like, I want to get rid of everything though. So I have that label maker. I could put prices on everything, but no point. I'm just going to give it away. I already said I'm giving away. Everything is free. So that's my charity for this month. Okay. Giving away stuff to people who need it. Because I have gotten a lot of messages, replies back from Kijiji people who are saying they really need things, and they're very grateful for it. Anything from like hand creams and soap, and like, any clothes I can't use, or like even little end tables or spoons, anything that people can use. Board games, I don't know. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Just give it away. Give it away, give it away, give it away now.
You know what, Pete? You're a jerk for the way you treated BBJ, and you're an idiot for trusting Chantal and not dropping some tea videos and making some money. But you better hope that you can pay the rent on that villa. Because if you move out of the villa, sir, the people that own it, they're going to come for you for all the damages because your name is on the lease, not Chantal's.
Is my tea warm? I can drink it. And they go in with they have their Macs they go in with their laptops and their student debts, and I'm just joking. They're all sitting there with their laptops, and they get fancy drinks, and they just seem like a different atmosphere. I like the atmosphere better at Starbucks, and the customer service, obviously. Every time I go to Starbucks, hi, welcome to Starbucks. What can I get for you? And then when you seen at Tim Hortons today, there you are.
In my personal opinion, I think you like Starbucks for one reason. You like the flex that you can pay $10 for a drink. To you, it's a status thing. Look, I've got so much money, I can pay $20 for 2 drinks at a time.
Scared me. But Tim Hortons is so much busier. There's no way. It's cheaper. Most Canadians can afford Tim Hortons a lot better. So there's no by the way, I had a lot of student debt actually at one point. Oh shoot. It was crazy because I went to university for a while. Proper clothing on, put perfume on. I don't know. I think most people do this before they pray in Islam. They put perfume and stuff like to smell nice for the Lord.
What? I don't know a whole lot about the Muslim faith, But as I understand it, it's all about cleaning yourself. And there's a certain way you have to clean yourself, first one side, then the other. So I just don't understand your thinking that putting on perfume before prayer. I don't think that's allowed.
And then, yeah. And then I forgot socks. Like, you have to cover your feet. So I was like, I have to look for socks. I said that out loud. I like impulsively just like started like yelling. And I was like, what the heck? Like, God gave you all of this. He gave you life, and you can't even put socks on for him? No. You are going to go get those socks. So I got the socks. And yeah. Oh. Hi. I got the socks and put them on and did my prayer. Hi. For hair, skin, and nails. No, hair and nails. I need to get some collagen for my skin. Self-improvement stuff, you know. Life stuff. Maybe gym. What else? Cooking. So I'm going to be doing like cooking in our kitchen in Kuwait. And for live streams and things. Also, so what I'm going to do is actually our couples channel is going to be, I have a whole schedule for our couples channel. We're going to be doing so many things. We have like Bobian Island, we have Falak Island. I'm not going to name everything, but we have paintball, we have Kuwaiti kitchen cooking, yeah, Mimi. You know, stuff like that. Travel, when we travel, it will definitely be on that channel. So if you're looking for wholesome kind of content where we go out and do vlogs,
you know, I'm sorry, Chantal, but people already gave you the signal that the couples channel, the vlogs, nobody's interested in that crap. You and Sala, you're not a good team for making stuff like that interesting. There's no chemistry between the two of you. It's you walking beside Sala, looking up at Sala, so proud of yourself to be with a man who looks decent, and him basically eye screwing himself in the camera. You're both camera hogs. And there's no chemistry between you at all.
Together, that's going to be that content. So that we're going to be busy with that. I made an actual whole schedule. We have to follow it. I never follow my schedules. Anna G, welcome to Very Important Bees with Ready Ship Bees. Hi, Lollipop Lauren. How do I get a bingo wing flap? Lollipop Lauren. I'm going to be doing more on weight loss and things because I'm going to try so hard to focus on my health and well-being, you know, maybe talk about that stuff. A foodie beauty is going to be beesing. Like, we're going to bees. I'm going to use that.
No. If you're changing your life, the whole beesing thing should be done. Should be completely done. If you change your life, you have to change your habits. You have to change the way you think. Beesing means misbehaving. It means binging. You got to be done with both of those, Chantal. The beesing thing should be a thing of the past now, if you mean what you say. Because when you bees, you're giving yourself permission to misbehave, to do things that you should not be doing. So don't sit there and say, I'm changing my life, at the same time saying, we're going to be beesing. Well, then that means you're not changing. You're going to be misbehaving and making excuses why you can't. Oh.
This channel for live streaming a couple times a day. But I also have a schedule kind of for I want to figure out a good schedule for live streaming. So for example, I want to take you guys out. I have not taken you guys out. I was a little.
By the way, Chantal, and again, I'm just being a realist here. Let's just say you got on a journey to lose a bunch of weight. You were in the 500-pound range. I don't know what your goal weight is, but let's just say it's 300 pounds. Losing 200 pounds is going to take quite a while. Even if you stayed on track, you watched your portions, you watched your calorie intake, it's going to take a while to lose 200 pounds, maybe a couple of years. Are you going to be able to maintain doing that without fail for 2 years just to get down to 300? Stop yourself from binging. Stop yourself from eating your feelings. Stop from eating your anger. I don't think you can, because you did not seek out therapy while you were in Canada to fix your problems internally.
Bit, you know, I don't know. I guess we were so busy going out and doing things for the vlog channel, and also like visiting, it was my first trip there. So we were visiting family, dealing with the marriage, dealing with everything. But now that I have more free time when I go back and things are more familiar, the areas are more familiar, I know what to expect. Sala's more at ease with being on camera. I think that in that case, it will be good to go out to the beaches, go out, maybe Winter Wonderland, inshallah. Like, there's so many things we can do. And, it was a wholesome bees. 2 cooking days in a row. Yeah. Oh, Anna G. I was like, who's playing Mario Kart with us? Oh my gosh. Stand here with me? No, I don't. Mario Kart, you should play with us then. I'd watch YouTube gaming. Yeah. It will be fun. It's super small and full of snow. Summer in the Gulf Desert Rage bees. Oh my gosh. You guys want to see me in the summer there? I've been following Chantal forever. Yes. Howie. Sala showed me when we video chatted. Oh, really, Midnight Munchies? I like seeing the huge planes take off and everything. Do you guys get excited? But I'll get there. We'll look at this video someday and say, okay.
Chantal, the fact that you didn't walk very far or walk very long and you're sitting there huffing and puffing, that is your body saying, do something, please. Do something. This is not normal to sit there and be this out of breath for a very short walk. That is your body struggling to move.
You are not fat. You are just spherically. I'm round, yeah.
And you want to be with a much younger man who's very active. You're over there talking about being soulmates and, oh, we have so much in common. Well, he's very active and you're not. You think you're going to be able to be a partner to somebody like that? And they're not going to want to be around other people who are also active?
I can't breathe. Are you aiming for 10? No! I'm back to square one with my exercise level. I'm out of shape. I'm big bone. What's down here? Oh my gosh, babe, we have to walk. Go back to walking when I get there. What's here? Ooh. Oh. 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 It's solid ice here. Oh my god.
You shouldn't be breathing this heavy, Chantal. Your body's trying to warn you.
Yeah, I did walk a lot in Kuwait. But now, no. And I'm out of shape already. This is all ice, guys. Oh my god, I'm gonna fall. Watch. We don't need an ERBs. No. Whew. Although I should use my healthcare now. I'm kidding. When I first came to Kuwait, and what did we do? We went to Boulevard, and I was getting cranky. Walk slow, yeah, because I couldn't breathe walking around. You were like,
You still can't breathe.
I think you felt bad for me. Go make a snow angel. Walk slow. Okay. Oh my god.
The thing is, Chantal, if you're trying to do any kind of cardio or activity where you're trying to burn calories, you got to get your heart rate up. I mean, walking is a good start. If that's all you can do, that's all you can do. That is a good start. But if you want to burn serious calories, you got to get your heart rate up.
I know walking and talking is hard. Oh, I hate being out of...
Why is it muted?
It does do wonders for your skin. Whenever I go long periods of time without any activity, like when I first got to Kuwait, I was so out of shape. Even just walking around the airports was torture. And then Sala and I started going out and doing more walking, like even the malls. You're walking automatically. I just escaped a war zone. So,
hold on a minute. I want to look at something here. Go ahead. Okay. Now you guys can tell that she has a skin smoothing filter on. Like you can see the real texture of her skin versus this down here with her chin. The contour filter is working for the chin, but not for the rest of her face. Little tip, Chantal, do something to clean out those pores because your pores are humongous.
Number one, I'm severely overweight.
No kidding.
There are a lot of overweight people, though, who can walk around. It's just like my body type. I also have like bad asthma. My lower back kills me when I walk.
Well, that's because you carry a lot of your weight in the front of your body, Foodie. Because you're short, you don't have a lot of real estate for your body to put extra fat. So you carry hundreds of extra pounds in your stomach. You're about as wide around as you are tall. And I'm not being mean saying that. That's just the truth. You're shaped like an egg. You're carrying all of your weight around your middle, which is dangerous. Having all that visceral fat packed around your organs so tightly that your stomach is not soft. It's so tight that your stomach does not move. That means your organs cannot move. They're being crushed by all that fat. That's why it's hard for you to breathe. You're like, all that extra fat around your organs, not good. Not good at all.
Too long. Yeah, cold weather kills your lungs, man. My lungs hurt.
It's not the cold weather, it's a lack of activity. And your body is straining to do its job.
Yeah, but there's no doubt this was very eye-opening for me. Like, oh my gosh, like I thought I would just go for a stroll with you guys. But no, I can't even do that. So like for me.
Right, and you want to be with a 28, 29-year-old? And he wants to go hiking? He wants to go walking? He can walk around the mall just fine. You over there, the older woman in his life, you want to keep up with this younger man, and yet when you guys go to the mall or museum, you got to stop every 2 minutes. He wants to get up and go. You want to sit down. You wanted this younger man as a husband. You're not going to be able to keep up with him.
I'm so discouraged because I feel like I have so much work to do,
You do. You do. But it's your fault. You created this. You designed all of this. Now you got to fix it. The big question is, are you?
Like, to add on top of everything I already have to do. So I'm just like emotional about that. Because for me, like, for me, your lower back thinks you've been octo mom. It's true. Like, my frame, I'm like 5'1", and I have like 200 and like almost 250 pounds of extra weight on my frame. I motivated you? No, but I was like feeling discouraged myself, but I just realized like
it took her a minute to say how much extra weight she's got. She was figuring what adds up to 350. Chantal, you're 500 pounds, probably over 500. Why not just get on the scale and just be truthful for once? Just get on the scale. Get on a real scale. Get on a real scale. Stop lying about it.
I have so much work I have to do on myself. Like, I can't ignore it anymore. I feel like crap. You can't wish away the weight. You're an adult. Of course, you have to do a lot of work. And you are lucky because up until now, you have escaped from the most responsibilities adults have. Yeah. Does that make me a pro escape artist? You can only do one thing at a time. Yeah, squeaky from. I haven't had any. Continue. I haven't had any. I seen my babe in the comments being like, "Keep going," and Aisha, everyone, thanks for encouraging me. But plate of basmati rice.
So she talks about getting better.
Naan bread.
So before she even says anything, I'm going to tell you guys what she says. She says, like, she talks about this health journey. Then last night she had a crap ton of basmati rice, carbs, bread, more carbs, and paneer. Does that sound healthy to y'all?
And I made the paneer. I ended up making butter paneer. Hi.
You're an idiot. You're an idiot. You want to get healthy, but yet late at night before bed, you have bread, carbs, rice, more carbs, and paneer, which is, it's just calorie heavy. I don't know what your thinking is. I don't know if you're thinking, oh, if I abstain from eating all day, I can eat this stuff before bed. No, it doesn't work. Calories are calories no matter what time you put them in your body, Chantal.
Hi, Elizabeth, Chantal, if you want. Thank you. Second Hope Circle. If I remember. Second Hope Circle.
Yeah, so somebody in the chat is saying, look up Second Hope Circle. They are when you are home. I guess that is a place for senior cats. See, I'm sure there's plenty of organizations and groups that would gladly take BBJ. But if Chantal is over there needing money, she's acting like she needs money so badly, just sell BBJ to FFG. You get $4,000 in your pocket. She'll get a great owner. It's a win-win both ways. You can get back to Kuwait sooner. I mean, why not just go ahead and do it? Put your hate of Frenchie aside. She will take care of BBJ very well. You know she's got the income to take care of her. Get over your personal hatred and do what's right for your cat. How you feel about FFG doesn't matter. How you find a great owner does matter.
Let's just go check it out now. I'm kidding. Okay, guys. Well, that was a fun live stream, no?
Okay, so that's it for the live stream. And Chantal's been editing comments because all of these are positive, which means Foodie's been editing the comments. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this live stream, and I will be leaving a link for Bubble Tea's video about Murad and the business in the video description. Please go watch the video. It's about 8 minutes and 25 seconds long. Please give a thumbs up and a comment if you'd like. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a great night. Bye-bye.